Chapter 1 History, the First War of Independence. The Indian nationalists described the Great Uprising of 1857 as the first war of independence. Besides the sepoy, the native soldiers, millions of Indians took part in the war. It occurred at a time when, for various reasons, there was great discontentment in the country. The Hindus and the Muslims, forgetting their traditional differences, combined against the British masters. They did not succeed in their mission, but the events of 1857 continued to inspire Indians in their struggle against the British Raj. The causes of the First War of Independence may be summed up under many heads. Political causes. It was but natural that the expansion of British dominions would cause resentment among the rulers of the native states and unrest in the country at large. In addition to the expansion of British dominions, a few other factors were also at work, such as discourtesy to the Mughal emperor and unpopular administration of the East India Company. So the very first point is expansion of British dominions. The Battle of Plassey in 1757 had firmly established the British power in Bengal. Since then, there was a rapid expansion of their territories in India by means of conquests and methods completely suspicious and questionable. Among such methods, mention may be made of the following. System of subsidiary alliance. Lord Wellesley's subsidiary alliance implied that the subordination of Indian princes from the British company in their external relations. It added to the territories and resources of the East India Company. Indian rulers who entered into a subsidiary alliance were required to keep the British army at the capitals of their states. They were to give either money or some part of their territory to the company for the maintenance of the British troop. They were to turn out from their states all non-English Europeans, whether they were employed in the army or in the civil services, and they had to keep a British official called the resident at capitals of their respective states. They were to deal with other states only through the resident. In other words, they were to have no direct correspondence or relations with the other states. The states brought under British control by means of subsidiary alliance included Hyderabad, Mysore, Lucknow, Pune, which is now called Pune, and others. Subsidiary alliance had reduced the ruler of an Indian state to the position of a puppet, even though he might appear to be independent. Then second is doctrine of lapse. Dalhousie was the Governor General of India from 1846 to 1856. His policy of annexations and conquests showed clearly that the territory of no Indian prince was safe. The doctrine of lapse created a sense of alarm among the ruling chiefs. The doctrine meant that when a ruler of an independent state died without a natural heir, the state passed back to the English company. Dalhousie claimed that heirs adopted without the consent of the company could not inherit the territory of the ruler but could inherit only the private property of the deceased ruler. The prominent states to fall victim of the doctrine were Satara, Jhansi, and Nagpur. Thus, when the ruler of Jhansi died in 1853, leaving no child, the widowed Rani was pensioned. Their adopted son, Anand Rao, was not recognized as a lawful successor of the throne. And then the third point is annexation of Awadh. On 7th February 1856, Nawab Wazid Ali Shah was deposed on grounds that Awadh was not being managed well. On February 13th, the Court of Directors ordered Awadh's complete annexation to the company's dominions. The annexation of Awadh was certainly a case of high-handedness on the part of the company. The British seem to have broken all their pledges and promises to the ruling chiefs. This caused resentment among those soldiers of the British Indian Army who came from Awadh. Even among the talukdars or zamindars of Awadh, there was widespread dissatisfaction because the British had confiscated their states. Awadh played a major role in the War of 1857.